Court does call the case of the People versus Raphael Grabowski.
Good morning, Your Honor. David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant.
And what were we intending on doing today?
Well, Your Honor, there's two things. One is a pretrial, and I was also informed prior to today that there was a violation.
There is correct.
I'd like to address the violation first, if that's okay with the court.
That would be what I think needs to happen.
Your Honor, Ms. Reiser and I did have an opportunity to review the violation report. I did indicate to my client that on two occasions, one in February and one in March, there was a small amount of alcohol in his system. I'm going to assume for the sake of argument that all of his other tests were there was no positive result. Your Honor, I explained it to my client. My client indicated to me that he does use, on occasion, mouthwash. And on those two occasions, that's why there was a small amount of alcohol in his system. The court notes that I believe I don't have
that's what he told you.
Yes.
And that's why you're relating that to me?
That's exactly right, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Keep going, please.
I'm sorry?
Keep going.
Okay, I don't have the report in front of me, but I believe both of those were in the evening. It's part of his evening process.
You can look at it. Because those, did you? Because those are, what kind of mouthwash?
Yeah. 0.021 and 0.023 is that what you're referring to, Your Honor?
Yeah, but then what is more disconcerting with the excuse that your client is giving you that you are relating to the court is that then there's a retest. So that mouthwash was hanging around for a while.
Well, Your Honor, let's see. 11:32, about a half an hour on this one, and it was going down. And about a half an hour, a little bit more than half an hour on this one, and it was also going down.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the same days?
No, one is on the 25th,
yes,
and one's on the 22nd, for February 25th and March 22nd.
Yeah. So the one
You don't tell me, tell me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, approach it.
I got it.
So the first one was after, I know February was after the football game.
It was what?
I'm watching an NFL football game.
Yeah.
I watched the game. I went in, brushed, and right away blew, and it didn't register. So then I waited till the required time and watched another TV show, and then blew a compliant test. And then the second one was after I waited 30 minutes after popcorn brushed, rinsed my mouth again, then waited 10 minutes, and then blew, and it's worked.
Your Honor,
So then I waited for retest, and the retest was okay.
Your Honor, after looking at the report again, I noticed that both tests were in the evening. I'm assuming, since there are no other tests referenced, all the morning tests were negative, and all the other evening tests were negative except for those two. That's all I can say at this time, Your Honor.
I've never heard of mouthwash lingering that long, first of all. And that mouthwash, particularly as it's being described, would hang around that long to blow numbers. And I'll be honest with you, I don't believe it.
Okay.
At all. But if that's your story, then that's a story you're going to give me, and then I got to do what I got to do. Is that really what happened?
Yeah, I was up late watching football. Yes, with my girlfriend.
I don't doubt that. I'm just saying, you're saying that's the reason for the alcohol. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I want to tell you.
Okay, I understand what you want to tell me.
I don't,
I also understand. I didn't just wake up yesterday and start doing this. So I want to make sure that that's what you want to tell me
well,
before I do what I have to do.
there-
If that's your story.
no, sir, that is not.
That is not what.
That is not my story.
Okay.
I
So now you have lied to the court. You lied to your attorney so that they could lie to the court. So you want to tell the truth or not?
I'm with my girlfriend while we were watching.
What'd you do?
Had a glass of wine, had a glass of wine with my girlfriend.
On both of these occasions.
She drinks wine.
Yeah. That's what I thought happened. You actually drank. So if you did that, why'd you lie?
Because all the other times I was good. I haven't touched, I haven't wanted.
Oh, I know. That, so
Honestly,
why did you lie?
because I knew it was wrong.
What?
I knew it was wrong to have the glasses of wine with her.
So why didn't you just admit that you had it? Because see, now what I have to do is I have to then release you theoretically on an I have to release you theoretically. You're here on an OWI second. I put you on testing or monitoring system below numbers. Then you come before the court and you lie to me. What?
I apologize to the court. Amen.
What were we intending on doing on the case?
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to discuss the matter with Ms. Reiser. We were going to ask for about a 30-day adjournment. She indicated she was not going to make an offer until my client earned an offer.
Yeah. This probably didn't help.
Ms. Reiser knew about this, Your Honor, before she made that comment.
Yes, I'm sure she did. Guess it wouldn't be wise to adjourn this out 30 days. I'll adjourn this matter to April 17, 2021 at 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. I will find that the defendant violated his bond conditions of no alcohol use. The defendant's bond will be set at $25,000. I'll give a 10% privilege at this time on it, but defendant, if he posts that bond, cannot be released from custody without a scram tether, and it must be in place. Defendant is remanded.
So you said the 17th, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Court does call the case, People versus Calvin Lee.
David I. Goldstein, appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Your name, sir?
Calvin Lee.
Thank you.
Your Honor, in this matter, Mr. Siller and I have had a conversation. A lot of this case is going to turn on whether or not my client gave consent. Just so the court understands, there was a blood draw in this case. There was no warrant because the officers claimed that my client consented to the blood draw. My client says he did not. I'm assuming that there are either body cams or dash cams. I believe I have them, but I have to review them with my client. And Mr. Siller indicated he had no problem with that. So if we could have 2 weeks, the same date as the Grabowski.
As the other one. All right. I'll adjourn the matter April 17th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates.
Your Honor, there's one other issue that my client wanted me to bring to the court's attention, at least one other issue.
But
Your
you
Honor,
want to go with your other claim?
well, I don't.
No, I'm
No,
kidding.
no.
No, I didn't know.
If you might be able to persuade him.
I'm trying to.
She might be able to persuade him.
I'm trying to just keep everybody happy.
Judge, prior to my entry into the case, apparently there was a time when they claimed that Mr. Lee was not present, as a result of which it was transmitted to the Secretary of State. He failed to appear, so they suspended his license.
And they put a warrant out for my arrest, Your Honor.
That's been taken care of. Yeah, that part's been taken care of.
They're saying he didn't appear?
Yeah, there was a warrant. When he came to see me back in, when he came to see me back in the fall, there was a warrant.
Yes.
Didn't appear on May
3rd. That's what I have.
The court docket shows that I appeared on Zoom at 9 a.m. I did sign in Zoom that morning. And stayed in the waiting room for almost 3 hours.
So I don't know if it's a question the case was called and he didn't hear it, or they didn't.
Well,
No, I was in the waiting room.
there still is a warrant. The 25 cash surety.
Yeah.
He appeared, Your Honor. Sorry.
So did that warrant not get canceled? Because he's here today. Did you fill out a warrant recall?
Your Honor, I filled out a warrant recall. You denied it. He came in and was physically arraigned. And the matter was set. Oh, well, I shouldn't say come in. He was arraigned by, I think, Magistrate Fink. And he was given this date. Actually, he was given a date a couple of weeks ago. We adjourned it till today. He's on the docket. So that warrant.
No, that's what my questioning is. But I don't. Were you arraigned at this building? Do you know?
I put up the form myself at the
No, I believe you. I'm just trying to figure out where you were. Okay.
Yeah. I did a request for recall last year, Your Honor, and was denied.
Right. I probably would have denied it on this one.
Right,
I'm
I'm
not.
not-
Last adjournment. I get that. And then so then he came in. I have nothing regarding an arraignment on this. I have your substitution. First thing, did she set a bond?
When you were arraigned, did they set a bond or they let you go on a PR bond?
We're going to PR bond.
PR bond.
Did she have to
$10,000
dish?
bond.
I'm sorry?
$10,000 bond.
$10,000
bond.
$10,000 PR, Your Honor.
Did you see it?
So it looks like the request to recall the bench warrant was denied.
Correct.
Prior to pre-trial was set, so it doesn't look like it's going to bring it on the bench warrant. It still shows exactly.
So he wasn't arraigned on the bench one.
Correct. There was, if she was trying also. They would see on the bench warrant.
So you didn't go before the bench.
So I went in front of you. You the ones who gave me a $10,000 bond.
Was that back originally or was that after?
That was the original when this.
No, we're talking about after that incident in May of last year when they issued the warrant because they said you didn't appear.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? Did you see anyone else other than
No.
him?
And we kept, I ain't seen nobody else but him.
So they must have
I
just
was
set
on
the,
Zoom for a whole year.
they must have just set the pretrial without him ever seeing anybody.
That's what it looks like.
I got a,
Just go quiet. He's trying to figure it out. Just be quiet.
All right. Here's what I'll do. Because I'm not sure what happened. I'll cancel the bench warrant. Set his bond $25,000 personal recognizance bond with the previous conditions that I had ordered. With the standard conditions, no alcohol. Then he's to continue testing. Have you been testing at community corrections?
no, I've been texting at work health.
He lives in
I'll send-
Lansing.
I'll
He
send
lives in
all my-
Lansing, Your Honor.
Have you been sending those results down to community
Yes, I
courts?
got all my.
Have you been getting them? Because I don't have a report, so I'm assuming they're getting your
Yes, sir.
testing results. Okay,
And they also suspended my license for failure to appear when I appeared.
the only way, so I have it as a bench warrant,
That is correct. When he failed to appear in May of last year.
Correct.
is When.
the suspension, they would have suspended. I get that. But the only way that he's indicating he was here in the waiting room, and typically we don't have the waiting turned
I
on.
mean, on the Zoom, that's what they had me in the waiting.
Okay, were you late?
No, I signed in at 9 a.m. That's what time my hearing was.
Okay. So the only thing that I can do, Mr. Goldstein, is sometime we'll just have to put it on our list. I'll go back and verify that. I think we still will have the recording, so we'll be able to tell whether or not he was here.
I was here.
Okay, we can address.
Okay, I hear you, but if you're not here, okay, you want to do it this way? If you weren't here, you want me to just to reinstate the bench warrant?
No, sir.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, yeah.
Sir.
So rather than play the game and keep saying to me you were here, I don't know. It was almost a year ago. So I can't say in my independent recollection that you were here. But we have a way of trying to check and verify that. And I'm indicating to your counsel that we will go through that effort and check.
Okay.
If you weren't here, your license is going to remain suspended. But if you were here, then we will do what we can. That's all I can do.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So according to JI.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, sir.
there are notes indicating on May 3rd that the defendant signed into Zoom at 12:58.
At what?
At 12:58 PM. But his case was at 12 o'clock. I don't know what time his case.
Got it.
But he signed into Zoom.
So we have notes. I mean, we'll go back and check, but we have notes that indicate that he signed in at almost 1 o'clock. His case was at noon.
No, it's not true. 'Cause I got a copy from the clerk.
Okay. I'm just telling you what our notes now indicate. We will go back and we will check the Zoom, put that on the list to check the Zoom, and we'll check it. And if you were there, then we'll deal with it. But if you weren't there,
Yeah, Your Honor.
then you weren't there.
I was there.
Okay, I know I was here.
I was here too.
Okay.
We can always address it on the 17th, Your Honor, but we'll get it squared away.
Yeah, we will.
All right, Your Honor.
Okay, take care. Sometimes it's hard reading those clocks. 'Cause they. I don't think we use the waiting room, but whatever. Court calls case People versus Horus Napier.
Good afternoon, this is the public defender Warrant appearing on behalf of Mr. Napier. Mr. Napier, can you state your name for the record?
Napier.
Okay.
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment to inquire with the people if there are any videos. This is a bit of an old case, as you can see. And Mr. Napier would also like, if your court will hear it.
I'll hear it, but the primary question is, where's he been?
We did have that conversation. I think the bench warrant is from 2021.
It is.
He informed me he's been living in Ipsy. He stays in low income senior housing. He's told me he did try to get it recalled. He came up to the court at one point. They gave him some paperwork. He says he tried to get in touch with our office and was obviously not successful. He says due to everything being digital due to COVID, he's never even been in the court. He didn't meet with any public defenders. It was all virtual, and he was struggling on getting that warrant recalled. frankly, Your Honor, I told him the court's policy on cases such as these. But he is 73. He has some medical issues. If Your Honor would consider releasing him even on home confinement, he's willing to do that. We are eager to get this case resolved. He's been on methadone in the jail and we believe is going to continue treatment if and when he's released. So if Your Honor is not willing to reduce the bond, we would ask an alternative that you consider adding a provision that he may be released to treatment. We're going to speak with the jail to see if we can find him a bed.
Okay, so you want this adjourned.
The case, yes,
Is he being held on anything else?
this is it.
And the problem that I have is we were set for jury selection when he disappeared in 2021. So then my question becomes, how is it that he's now in custody?
See where you're driving?
No, I was seeing in the hospital.
Oh, he was visiting a friend at the hospital. He fainted.
Got a car accident.
And then when they were doing work on him, they ran his name, discovered there was a warrant.
So had that not occurred, we still wouldn't be seeing him right now. I'll adjourn the matter out to. Well, what are the parties anticipating they're going to do with this? Are you going to?
I don't see this case proceeding to trial, Your Honor. I think there's something
You
that
already tried that. Go ahead.
that Ms. Barroso and I can work out. We do just need to make sure that we're reviewing all the discovery before we make that decision.
April 17, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. I'm not going to change his bond. His bond will continue. That's because of where it was set. It was set for jury and he didn't appear, didn't try to get here at all. So I'm going to leave his bond. Certainly he can be released to inpatient treatment, but that would occur with Mr. Napier and they'd get in communication with us if a bed or something becomes available. So,
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
See when I have.
Case, People versus Carey case.
Yes, sir.
State your name, please.
Harry
This is an
Chase.
arraignment.
Rise on behalf of the people.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are before the court on a complaint for an arraignment in this matter. The complaint alleges that on or about October 17, 2022, at the location of US 23 near Joy Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan, that you did commit the offense of committing a moving violation causing serious impairment of a bodily function. Do you understand the nature of that charge, sir?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. My first question to you, sir, is do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, sir.
This is a public defender case.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender, Lauren Attorney on behalf of Mr. Chase. We'll waive any further reading of standing and for another pre-trial, Your Honor.
Having waived further reading of the complaint, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea on this defendant's behalf. Pre-trial in this matter will be adjourned to April 17th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Bond in this case will be set in the amount of $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Sir, as a condition of your release, all other standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of weapons. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
I also will indicate there's to be no possession or consumption of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs at this time. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Also going to indicate you're to have no contact with, is it called Deep Sahal?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, that's the individual alleged in the complaint. But
Yes,
in
sir.
any event, you're not to have any contact with them. You understand that?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Sir, can I ask? I I did the warrant recall, and then I went to go and get insurance for my semi that I own, and my license was suspended. I'm not sure if it's still suspended, or I'm not sure.
You say your license. Let's see. Well,
I have it.
I guess we need a clarification on something because I don't. I just see your CDL is downgraded. Your actual driver's license is valid.
Okay.
Since we don't deal with the CDLs much. It just says downgraded. I don't know what that means or what effect that has for you.
That would mean, I guess I don't drive a commercial vehicle, but I own my own semi, I have my own company. That's my livelihood.
No, I understand that, sir. I'm just telling you what it says here.
Yes, sir. I don't know who downgraded it. It was the courts or Lansing.
Okay, I don't know, sir. All
Yes,
I
sir.
know, it might have happened. Let me just look and see here, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't see anything on the written portion of your record that indicates why.
Yes, sir.
But the first thing we have to do is on the complaint, the first 3 digits of his driver's license, I think, are incorrect. There's a 2 missing. Any objection to the amendment of that?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
I don't have it. So, they should have amended it, but I don't see it on there. But we'll figure that out. All right. But sir, in terms of your license, I don't see anything. The only thing that I can think may have happened, and counsel, you may want to look into this. He was set for arraignment initially January 17th of 2024. I can't say what happened. All I know is he didn't, and I issued a bench warrant. I don't know if that bench warrant triggered something or not.
Right.
And so it's impossible for me to tell, but I went through his record here and I don't see anything.
And typically we see license implications at the end of a case, not the beginning, but I don't know, frankly, the CDL is different. Mr. Chase, I'm happy to do some research and see if there's anything else I can find out on my end, but
I don't see anything that happened January or February that would have, that would have resulted from his failure to appear. I don't see anything on his record that the Secretary of State did anything or that we sent anything in, so I don't know.
does it say when his CDL was downgraded? Was it right after that January date or?
Well, that's what I was looking for, and I don't see that. It just says his status is downgraded. I don't have a date. I had the date on his other license, I don't see anything that even corresponds to those dates. So, I don't know. All right, sir, what I'm gonna do, sorry, I can't answer it for you. Your attorney's gonna check into it, okay?
Yes. And,
Okay.
on the April 17th, is that in person in the court?
It's supposed to be in person, but if you need to appear via Zoom, we'll do it that way, either way.
And what time was that on the 17th, sir?
I have it set for 9, but what will happen is that you'll get an indication usually from your attorney as to the time that it's set,
Yes, sir.
which block you in that thing. All right? Thank
you
you.
very much.